Hello everyone and welcome back to Pretties. We are here to do the August challenge, which is hashtag make it with me. We are up to day 8, card making. So I've got my card bases I cut and my card fronts I cut, and I've pulled out, let me put this out of the way here. I've pulled out some of my little gems. I've pulled out some stickers, and like I said, I've got the card bases and stuff. I got my glue gun heating up. I've got my double-sided tape. And we are getting ready to go. So I'm going to bring you down to the desk, and we're really going to get started with this. So down, down, down we come. And please excuse the mess. I'm still trying to figure out where everything goes. So I've got two bases, where the base is this orange with the white polka dots. And then I've got a black front piece. That's these two. Then I've got an all-black card, and I've cut a piece for the inside so you'd be able to see writing. But I've also cut a white front piece for it. Then the last ones we have are these blue polka dotted backgrounds and then a white front for it. So those are what we've got to work with, and let's just get into it. So I've kind of imagined these as Halloween cards, so we're going to show the inside. The inside is just plain and bare, and if they're white insides like this, that's kind of how I leave them, unless I put like a little splash of this inside just to kind of tie it together, but sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. So let's go ahead. I'm not going to use foam tape on this one. Stick that over here out of the way, and I'm going to get my old reliable tape. And I'm going to make sure I have it the way I want it here. And you start at the top edge, and it, foam, or not foam tape, but the tear tape or the double-sided tape, either or, is just like that. That's how you do it. That's how you put it on. And I sometimes do my card fronts this way. It makes it a little quicker. The reason I have the hot glue is the gems. So, and I'm going to make quick and easy cards tonight. We're not going to the crazy side of life. Maybe later. But not right now. And then, of course, you just peel off your backing. And it helps when you have like a longer nail or something, or some other kind of tool to help you lift this backing up. When your nails are short, it doesn't always want to work. So just fair warning for those of you who might have short nails like me at the moment. I cut mine and they have not grown back out yet. They're trying, they're just not there. Alright, as you can see, I have tape on the back side of that. I'm going to sit my card here, and I know roughly, okay, get up there, you. I know roughly where I want it placed, so I'm going to be very, very careful, hopefully, and we're going to get it right on there, just like that. And I do kind of run my hand over it just to kind of make sure that tape sticks and lays it down to the back of the card base. So there is the front part of one card made. The inside is plain. And we're going to go ahead and go to the next one and get that done too while my glue gun is heating up. Because it takes a little bit. Sometimes it's a little cranky. So again, we're going to come down. We're going to place our tape. And you don't have to make your cards like I make mine. Please feel free to make your cards however you make your cards that you're comfortable. This is just me doing mine. And I don't always make them the same way. I'm very here and there with mine. So it depends on my mood, depends on what's going on, how much time I have, yeah. So, and that's really true. It does. Like if I know I'm going to have a whole lot of time that I don't have to do anything else, I might get a little more in depth, get a little more crazy. But if I know I'm on a time crunch, I'm probably going to try to do a nice looking card, but one that I can make fairly quickly. So, okay. And again, I'm just making sure my tape's in place. Turn my card, line it up to the best of my ability. And I'm not perfect, so, and we all know this, so hey. Alrighty, and then again, just giving a nice press into place, and we have that one ready. Now let's go ahead. This black one's a little different because not only do I have to put the front down, but I also have to put an inside down. So let's go to the inside first. Okay. And you know what? I think we're just going to throw that up there for now because my garbage can is in need of getting some things moved so I can pull the bag, start a new one. Alright, so this is for our inside panel. This is where we'd write our message. So I'm going to turn my card this way. Just make sure I have it lined up here good. So I don't want to stick it down and then it be all lopperganged. Okay, there we go. And again, I'm going to press down to make sure the tape holds. And that's how we get the insert for our inner card here. Then I'm going to go ahead and fold it back over, flip, and get the front of the card put on. And I do like to do this like a process. I do like to do like all my card bases at one time like this, and then go back and do the decorating. Don't do that. Okay. There we are. And again, turn your card the way you're going to have it facing. Make sure that your front is closed. And voila. Here is the front base of our card, just like so. Alright, so that gives us 3 ready to go. Let's go ahead and keep going. We've got 2 more to go. Alright, boom, boom. Can you use wet glue to do cards? You could. Understand there's going to be drying time. And if you don't have them under something heavy, your card might warp. Wet glue tends to do that to things. Why? I guess because it's wet. Can you use foam tape to put on the front of your card? Yeah, you could, depending on if you want it raised up some. Can you use hot glue? You probably could. I don't think I've ever done a front of a card just putting this part on with the hot glue, simply because I like mine to lay flat usually, and hot glue leaves it kind of bumpy. So that's just my findings. Okay. Now for this one, we're just doing the front piece because the inside of the card itself is white. Okay. So there we have that one. And 1 more to go. And this one again is just the front piece. And to decorate the front of the cards, you can use stickers, you could use die cuts, you can use cutouts from a paper pack. Literally, it's whatever you have on hand that you want to use to decorate your cards. Okay. Again, I'm going to turn that so it faces us so that we can see where we wanted to lay our card front. And then we can pop it right down, and there we are. Now we are ready to go with our bases. Does that mean we're totally done? No, not at all. Now we're going to go backwards here, and I'm going to grab one of the orange base with the black front. And I already know with this one, I want gems. So what I'm going to do is kind of try to measure the card to see where the gems would lay best for me and where I think I like them best. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep it the 2 rows, and I'm going to choose to put these down on the bottom. I just think that would be cute, and I think it would be neat. I'm going to get my, oh, not you, stop falling out at me. I'm going to get my little finger cover. And yes, our buddy over here, the hot glue gun, is ready. So, boy, hot. All right, well, we're going to tipsy-topsy-turvy, and I'm going to go like this, I think, so I can see. Now, all I'm going to do is add glue to the back of the gem pieces. I don't want to go all over because I don't want a ton of glue sticking out through it. And I'm only going to do a few at a time because hot glue dries very quickly. So, and then I want to get this down on the front of my card just as quick as I possibly can to make sure that glue holds. See, one of my glue pieces didn't hold already. And that's what I mean by hot glue dries very, very quickly. You've got to move with it. But we're going to go back in. I don't mind. I didn't put enough hot glue to make it stick out, so we're going to stick these on and keep going. We're going to keep on trucking. And I just personally think that hot glue holds these better. That's why I use it. Okay, so here is the bottom of that card now that we have our gems on it. I think it just adds a little something. And while we're waiting, we're going to put this guy back over here on his rack so that he can continue to stay nice and warm. Now, I have some beautiful stickers that my husband got me. Let me get this thing off. I can't do anything with that. And it has a nice word boo here, which I thought was really cute. And I'm going to be looking at the differences in these. Actually, yeah, I think this is the one I want to use. I had to stop and look because I've got a few other ones here, and I'm debating on how I'm going to do it. Actually, no, we're not going to use that one. I just had a, yeah, we're going to use this one. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, see what I say? Sometimes you just got to look. So we're going to pull these out. Maybe. There we are. Okay. Alrighty. So this one has a few things on it. There's one that says Halloween, one that says Boo, one that says Spooky, and I don't see why we can't use them to make a card. So I'm going to choose the one that says Halloween for this one. And these are slightly puffy. They're not completely flat. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. And then I'm going to take this ghost. We're going to make it look like he's saying that. So we're going to put him there. And there's nothing wrong with adding color, people. Don't be afraid of it. So, okay, let's see where I want to go next. I found a jack-o'-lantern. Excuse me. Call him by the right name. I found a little jack-o'-lantern I want to use right here because I think he looks cute. So we're going to put him right down there. And then up here at the top, there's a little bat we're going to have flying through the air. And it's going to be right there. So now we have a cute little Halloween card. And it didn't take us too much to make it. And you can just write your little message inside and send it to whoever you need to. So that's our first card. All right, we are done with it. Let's pull our next card out. All right, now, let me see. I think I want those. All right, so let me move this guy up here for now. I'll put those back away. Come on, come on. And you could make scary cards, happy cards, sad cards, you know, whatever it is that floats your boat. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You never have to do anything the way I do it. I'm just giving you an idea. All right, let me see. Do I wanna? Yeah, I think I do wanna there. So we're gonna glue some more of these gems in because I just happen to like these for putting on cards because they're flatter. Alrighty, I'll move that right over there because I think that's going to be the end of these. I don't think I want to put these on the other cards. Okay. Alrighty then. And we're going to get these started going right up the side instead of across the bottom. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Go. And this just goes to show you can take the same types of embellishments, the same types of paper, and you can use different stickers and make your cards look different. Each one can look completely different from the last, even though you're using the same items. Now, let me get this guy back on the rack again. Okay. And here we go. See, here's the side of our card now, instead of down along the bottom. And we're going to use a different set of stickers. And I'm going to take this thing off again. I can't work when I have that thing on. Now, this one says boo, and that's about the only word it does say, but that's quite alright. And we have ghosts and bats and candy corn and candy canes in black and white, which is, okay, that's different. And we do have a candy that's elongated that says Halloween, but I don't want to put Halloween on this one because I put it on the last one. So, I'm thinking I want this boo, and I definitely want it up here. And I think we're going to go with this ghost. He looks like somebody said boo to him, so we'll put him back this way a little bit. And we're going to go with an oddball jack-o'-lantern, simply because I like oddball jack-o'-lanterns. And I may actually put a couple even. We'll do an oddball one like that, and then we'll do a happy one. Why not? It's Halloween. So we're going to get that in there. And now, last time we did a bat up here, but I'm thinking I want to do something a little different. And I can hear my friend Tony shouting at me because these little guys drive her crazy in her craft room. They do. But we're going to use some of these candy corns. And we're going to just go down the side of our card like so. Now, see what I mean? This card looks totally different than the last one made. So there you go. But there's another cute little card ready to go for Halloween. All right, so we have 2. All right, but we are done with those stickers now again, too. I don't want to use them again. Come on, get in here. There we go. Thank you. All right, so I think we're done with those. I think the other thing I'm looking for is a little bit buried over here, maybe. Yeah, I think it is a little buried. Let me dig down here. I gotta crawl it out of its hiding spot. Because for the moment, yes, it's been hiding. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into the Extreme Horror sticker book. Yes, we are. This is from Five Below. We're going to do our other card here, the black and white one. And it's still going to be Halloween, but it's not going to be Happy Cute Halloween. So, alrighty. And let me have a look-see at what we have in here. Ooh, that's cute. Hey. When I find something, I will definitely, show you what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I figured out how I want to do this one. So, I found a word sticker here. And I'm going to use you to hold my place because my book won't stay open. So this one says, be afraid. And we're going to put it up here at the top of our card. I'm going to make sure to press that down really good. And I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it says. It says, be afraid. Okay. And then my other piece is also on this same page that I want for the outside of my card. He's being boogery. Come on, mister. All right, here we go. Now we're going to pull him down a little more and leave a little bit of space there. But we have our reason to be afraid. Vampire. All right. So, like I said, this one's not going to be like the other one, okay? So, just bear with me and keep that in mind. We don't want this to be anything like the other one. I think, yeah. Okay, so this one's going to get a little something on the inside. Because, come on. There we go. I have to make sure I have it turned right. We're going to put it right down here at the bottom. And it'll just help tie the front to the inside. All it is some vampire fangs and stuff with the tongue and everything. So I thought that would be kind of cute. And then let me see if there's any little bits and bobs. Like I said, this one is, aha, that would be fabulous. Okay. Yes. And I'm glad these have a white background just like these other ones. That makes it so much easier. Okay. Yes. I think that is... I can get a hold of it. Nothing ever wants to let me have a hold of it. Okay, there we go. Now we got you. Okay. And there is a reason I took blood drops, but that's okay. Okay, so now we have the front of our card. It says, "Be afraid," has our blood drops and our vampire. And this one has the vampire mouth inside, and you could write your message in there. So that is 3 Halloween cards, lickety-split, with stickers and paper. Now, we've got 2 more card bases here made that are blue and white. So obviously I did not plan these to be Halloween. So, get over there. Now, these could be winter, they could be Christmas, they could be summer, you know, whatever it is that you decide to do with your card bases. For me, I was actually thinking winter when I put it together, but I think I'm going to change that. At least maybe with one of them. Okay. Yes, we're going to at least do one differently here, so let me get busy and cut out one thing here, and I'll show it to you. And this will show you another way you can use your card bases and different things that you have around your house. So, this is a coloring page, and I did this a while back. I'm going to cut around this coloring page a bit. Partly because I didn't want all the white background of this, since the background itself is just originally white. So we're just going to throw it out of our way for the minute. And it's not going to be perfect. I mean, there's still going to be white pieces that you'll probably be able to see, which is okay, actually. And I know usually when you fussy cut, you use smaller scissors. But I'm using these. Why? Because they're what I have on my desk at the moment. I don't know where that one went. Anyway. And not every image is going to be the perfect size for your card, I will say that now. Sometimes you may have to cut it down, other times you may need to enlarge it. It literally just depends on the size of card and the size of image. And with non-directional cards, you can turn them any old direction you want to use them. Now, if you use a directional print, then you're kind of stuck with whatever direction you started out as. Okay. I don't mind if my image is a little over my edges. That's fine with me. And I'm actually going to use my tape to put this one down. Okay, now I'm going to move this carefully. Okay, there. Okay, now. And again, you just peel your backing when it works with you. When And then you want to make sure before you press her down that you have her right where you want her. And I literally mean right where you want her. Okay. Now, we could stop there and just leave her as is. That's cute enough, I think. But, I don't think I'm going to do that today. I think I want to do a little something different. Where, yes, back there they are. Pardon me, please, while I reach and grab something I hadn't planned on. Yes, I think that'll work. So I have little boxes of gems floating around here. And sometimes a little gem or two in the right area could really give your card just a little oomph. So that is what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to put just a couple little gems on here. Holy moly, that guy's not want to come off there today. Oh, come on. Let me get a hold of this. No fingernails is a hazard, I think, for me. Alright, we're going to put this one down a little lower here, closer to the wording. And then we're going to get the smaller one. And put it a little further up on the card. Okay, we can put this right back over here. Now, I think this looks perfect. I think you could send that to anybody and be quite happy. Cards don't have to be hard. And this one has the white base inside, so you can turn it any which way you like. So there's 4 cards lickety-split. We have 1 left. Let's see, what will I do with this one? Because my other image is way too big. Or do I want to cut the image down? I just might cut that image down. That's what I think I might actually do this time. I'm just going to give a rough cut right now just to get the extra out of the way. Yeah. Okay, let's fussy cut the rest of that to the best of our ability. I don't mind having some sun behind her, but I don't want all this other muck behind her. She is turning out quite nice, but I've got to stop and see what that is. Okay, it's a hair. Crazy. Alright. Alright, so here's the image I'm going to use. It's a little mermaid. I think she's cute. And I think she'll go wonderfully right here on our card. I just got to scoot her a little bit, and we may have to trim some edges, but that's okay. And then, like I said, this is a coloring page still. So, there's a lot of different things you could do. But I'm not happy with just leaving her like that. I think... Which one? I think for my taste, I want to put some color here. Let me see what I've got. Because I have to be careful. Whoa, hello. I have to be careful what I do. So, I'm thinking maybe I'll stay a little more on the pastel shade side. Maybe. Except for maybe like a sun color. Maybe I'll do a sun that's pretty. Oh, hey, a scene. Cool, I see you. Good. All right. Hello. All righty. So I think I'll try these 4 colors, and it may look horrible. It may look great. We'll see. I don't know for sure, and we'll just find out. So what you can do is, and these are actually highlighters, but, okay, she's a mermaid. So obviously we can do our kind of wavy style background, and then we can color this in. Okay, because this is a coloring page to start with. So coloring isn't going to hurt it. My thing is just staying onto the white paper. And if I thought about this properly, I would have had this done first. But sometimes you just have to do it in the way that your brain thinks of it. And it's okay if parts look darker, parts look lighter. You know, the ocean isn't all one color. And the ocean is more or less where you would find the mermaids. So we're going to put our green in here at the bottom. And the reason I'm not going out onto the blues because I don't need to. It's already got color. All right, so there's our green. Then we're going to come in here. Ouch. I think we'll go right about there. And we'll do a wave of blue. And our blue obviously is not as dark as our background blue, and that is okay. It does not have to be. And you could do this with ink if you don't like the color. You could do it with colored pencils if you don't like the ink. You know, however you're comfortable making your backgrounds, go for it. Okay, so now we have our green and our blue. I'm not done, but I just want to show you. And it does kind of look like the water is moving because of the way I did it. So, I'm not finished. That's just those 2 colors. Now I want to bring in some pink here. And I'm going to kind of half what I've left of my white piece of paper. And you could use as many colors as you want. I chose 4 colors just because I thought it would be nice and easier, and not so much. You could sit here and you could pick 7 colors, 8 colors, whatever you wanted. You could paper piece it. You could collage the background. I do have some cards I have collaged. Um, there's lots and lots and lots of ways to make cards. There really are. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Okay. And then I have my last color I'm going to bring in, and it's going to cover the remainder of our card here. This is going to be the top of this white area, and we're not really going to leave any of it white. We're actually going to come in and give it all color here. So now the edge outside is going to be white. That's the way it is. But you could use our ombre cardstock to do this kind of effect. I know that there are some ombre cardstocks out there. Okay, so there we have it. I'll show you the background here and make sure I got that in. So here we go. So we have our green, our blue, our pink, and our yellow. All things that could be found, where mermaids would roam. We have our lovely mermaid here, which we're going to place on here. And I think she looks quite perfect just like that. So I am going to actually use double-sided tape to do this. Excuse me. Oh, my throat is just something else. Alrighty. Come on, don't be fussy now. Alright, we are getting there with her, getting all the tape off. I said that, now this one wants to fight. Okay. Let me get my thumb out of there. Alright, now before we do anything else to the card, here's what just this looks like. I think that's quite pretty just in its own right. Whoopsie. Not when I throw it around like that, I don't. But of course, we're not going to leave her like that either. Let me see. Well, if I could get a hold of it, it would work better, but... Okay. Okay. I was going to say, boy, I miss my fingernails because I do, but yikes. Sometimes it's just hard to get in here and get to the pieces that you're wanting. I think that works right there. Okay. All right. All right. Now this one, we don't have a sentiment on the front, which leaves you open to write your message on the inside and say whatever you would like. But there's our 5th card. As you can see, it didn't take much to make these, but they're cute enough you can still send them out. So, going backwards, we have the last one. We have one before it. We have our more creepy our more creepy Halloween one. And this one actually has the lips and stuff inside. The last two are coloring book pages. That is a sticker one. Here's stickers and gems. This one says Boo, has our candy corn, has our little bit odd jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. So, and then we have one that says Halloween and has brighter colors. And so there you go. That is 5 quick cards that you could do and have them ready to go out in mail to friends or for whatever. And you don't have to make Halloween. You can make any season you want. But I thank you for watching. I do. I hope that wherever you're at in the world today, you've had wonderful weather and a chance to get out and enjoy it. Please, please smile. It's better than being on old sour grapes. Hug someone, anyone. It's good for them. It's good for you. It's medically proven. And then above all else, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. And if you can't, fake it until you make it, because we don't want to add negativity to the world. It's a pretty negative place, so let's get some positivity out there and help beef it up a bit. Until next time, thank you again for watching, and I hope to talk with you again soon. Bye-bye.